Then I wish to welcome our next speakers to the stage, Imane Oulali and Herbert Koolman, who will be talking about the impact of AI on education. Is it a game changer or a deal breaker? Imane works as a strategic policy advisor of the Educational Innovation and Digitization at the MBO Raad here in the Netherlands. She is also a core team member of the Educational Committee of the Dutch AI Coalition. The Dutch AI Coalition is a public-private partnership in which all kinds of organizations are committed to connecting AI developments in the Netherlands. Herbert Koolman is currently a lecturer at the Professorship in Maritime Innovation Technologies at the Maritime Department Institute Willem Barents, MIWB, part of NHL Stende. He focuses on the maritime sector, so he covers in his lectures shipping as well as ship and yacht building. During his studies, Koolman founded SARC in 1980, which is a company that specializes in computer applications for ship design. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the stage today. Thank you. Clicker. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, it works. I hope that you're still interested in what we're going to talk about. So, Herbert and I will take you to the impact of AI in education. Is it a game changer or a deal breaker? We already had a thorough introduction by Jos Dirk, so I can also skip this one. Here's an overview of a presentation. Like Jos said, I'm part of the core team of the Dutch NL AI Coalition of Education. I'll take you through the structure and what it is, but also what our vision and purpose is of our working group that I'm part of. I'll also take you to the scope and working field, because there are many stakeholders. We'll have a short talk about changing societies, what new technologies have as an impact on it, but also what it means for how do we want to educate our learners, as we say it, or our students. Are there any students in the audience, by the way? Wow, okay. Voluntarily or just for points? Just checking. I mean, either way, it's fine by me. Okay. Another thing, why I'm not doing this alone, I brought Herbert with me along because he's going to talk to you about a best practice. How can you actually be proactive and incorporate AI in education? So he just woke up one day and thought, this is not good. I have to do it differently. So year on year, there are no changes. But students demand other things. Not only students, technology demands other things. So he developed a new curriculum. Not just improved it, no, a new curriculum. So I hope that can inspire you to, when you go to home, to think about, that's also a sign of being proactive. Okay, let's start with the Netherlands AI Coalition. Many aspects common for AI application, any AI applications. We all find out that from different industries, different sectors, collaboration is key. So it's essential, especially for a small country as the Netherlands, where we have to be on top of our game. So we really want to, as a venturous country it's in our DNA to do business, come up with new ideas, be on top of innovation, knowledge, but also education and science and research. So we came up a couple of years with this new idea. We have to build a public-private partnership. So not just from education side, that's just one sector, but from different sectors, from different parties. And that's why the NL AI Coalition was born, not in 1956, like the Dartmouth you just mentioned, just a few years ago. In 2019, 30 parties came together and said, yes, this is the Netherlands AI Coalition. Let's come up with new ideas, let's share some knowledge and see how we can help each other. And it helped, of course, that the Ministry of Economic Affairs had some funding to get this right. As I said, AI has many elements of common interest, and it requires a joint approach across sectors and different industries. But also, let's not forget, our lobby to Brussels, well, we have to do that jointly as well, because if we're just going to send ASML or KLM separately, or our education separately, I don't think that will be very helpful. So it's more impressive if we do that together through the Netherlands AI Coalition. As I mentioned, strong involvement of several departments, such as the one of Education, Interior Affairs, but also Economic Affairs and others. What we do. So our core business is to stimulate, support, connect different industries and different parties, public-privately, and also organize activities when necessary. This is the structure. So you have the horizontal structure with the building blocks, such as data sharing, human capital, human-centric AI, but also research and innovation, and startups and scale-ups. Imagine you will all need that for all the vertical sectors. So I hope you understand that all these sectors are connected with each other, so you have a vertical sector which is supported by the building blocks. I highlighted two of them for this audience, education, but also port and maritime. And of course, in the green blocks, we have the program team that supports us. Now let's zoom into our vision of the working group that I'm part of, which is education. Of course, our aim is to contribute to a better, future-proof education and science, by the way, by stimulating educational innovation with responsible AI. Therefore, our aim is our aim is actually to function as the linking pin between public and private. So if I just zoom into education, you can think about like edtech start companies that have like really cool ideas with AI, but also need education partners to collaborate. And we would like to provide not only data knowledge sharing, but also like an experimental experimental garden where they can meet and try out, but also make mistakes, set up a new proof of concept, set up a new pilot, so that we can make education better. In this way, we jointly exploit the opportunities of AI for Dutch education. Here is a demonstration of the 3 pillars that we mainly focus on. So we organize several meetings to meet, to innovate, but also to share knowledge. We have a working group with a monthly meeting online where, let me see, I think maybe over 150 people participate via Teams, where we can meet, where we can test our ideas, share the pilots or the best practices that they have. And recently, of course, I mean, this is a question that maybe at least the educational professionals here have. How do we get along with examination and ChatGPT, or AI and examination? Are they in the rules? What can we do about it? Well, I mean, I don't have any answers for that. But in a group setting, you can talk about it and see what the best practices are. And maybe it even can motivate you to go back to your own school and really actively develop a policy about this. Another thing that I didn't mention, but I think we'll get to it right now. We work with educational, not just vet colleges, but also from primary education all the way to academia. So it's a very versatile group. We work closely with another working group of the Netherlands AI Coalition, which is Human Capital, really good supporting us in how do we train educational ICT professionals to be more prepared with responsible AI. Then there is NPULS. NPULS is a national, large educational program that recently started, so I think just before the summer holiday, which the aim is to build a new ecosystem, so really transform this the Dutch educational ecosystem of vet colleges, University of Applied Sciences, and universities, so that they can be prepared for the future of education. And that means that the whole infrastructure of education and architecture really needs to be redesigned so that they can facilitate lifelong learning, because we are going to learn a lot. And maybe you hear that I not only use the word students, but also learners. So I assume that you all are learners. You can always learn. And there is Oulali, National Education Lab of AI, and that one is for the primary and secondary partners. Well, as you all might know, that there are recently several reports were being published by Raad, but also Raad Now Institute, TNO, and all of them are saying that, sure, there are serious risks to the unknowing, the fear of the unknowing. So what can AI do? If you look at the large language models, it's not that sustainable. It's very high risk, it costs a lot of money, not always effectively. So we really need to start thinking about how are we going to, what are we going to do with the future of education? What they also say is, AI has a lot of opportunities. And luckily, all the presentations before me already demonstrated that. If I look at education, I think that AI can be used in a very good way, in a supportive way for the teacher or for the educational ICT professional. And if you look at it that way, then the teacher or the educational ICT professional has so much more time to do his or her primary function, to teach, and also to guide, coach the student or the learner. And that's something that AI will not take over. I mean, that's really genuine activity between a teacher and a student or a learner. My advice also here, it's here to stay. So it's already here. Let's just learn to grow with it. Use it, though, responsibly, inclusively, and in an ethical way. How? Well, I'm not an expert on that. Can we prepare for this? That's another question. That's why at the Netherlands AI Coalition, we really collaborate together. But as you may know, Jos also said that. I think you said 23 times around the Earth, right? So the exponential proof, okay. I mean, you might feel lost, but you can also look at in another way. So if your mindset is more positive and more into it, perhaps you can do very good things with it. Legally, there is an AI Act. The Netherlands still should implement it and see how schools, they really want a vision, they want a policy. Well, we cannot make a policy for them, but at least we can work on a vision together. And that's not something what the Netherlands AI Coalition will do, but we can collaborate with people from different universities, different schools, and see how we can at least help with that. What kind of implication do all these fast developments have for the way we educate learners? Is it possible to... okay, it doesn't have any sign, but if you would like to look at a video. So these are the skills for today's job market. But just look at within now and 5 years. I think it's sooner, but within now and 5 years or sooner. AI and big data, leadership and social influence, they kind of take over. What also strikes me is that a lot of soft skills. Thank you so much. Can we go back to the presentation? Perfect. What also strikes is that, so the change of skills, obviously, but that a lot of the skills that are mentioned here are the so-called soft skills. While everybody says, within now and 2 years, we all need prompt engineers. But you see, also leadership skills, also skills about self-efficacy, lifelong learning is maybe a key word that I would like to use here. Again, don't have all the answers, not an expert, but a few suggestions. What can you do? Thank God we're already transforming our ecosystem through different collaborations, so we can facilitate lifelong learning, upscaling collaboration and knowledge sharing with companies. Why do it alone when you can do it together? It's so much more energy if you do it together. And, of course, updating and developing new curricula. I think that's necessary. That's why I brought this guy with me, so that he can talk to you about the cool things that he did at NHL Stenden. Before I finish off, I have just one more thing I would like to show you. It's a video. Please have an open mindset to it, because it's a kid's song. Oh.
Gather round, my friends, let's sing a little song about a special thing that's smart and it's so strong. It's called artificial intelligence. You see, it can learn a thing just like you and me. AI, it's clever and it's cool. It helps us solve problems just like a smart tool. AI, it's here to stay.
It really sticks, right? Especially if you prepare it like 10 times, but okay. I had just one more message. If we please could go back to the presentation. Yes. One takeaway message. Be brave, so that we can adopt a skill set that can help us deal with changing needs in society and technology, and let our learners thrive in the best way they can. Now, Herbert, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Imane.